This week, I'm going to lead you through a hands-free yoga practice for the spine. We're going to do all the poses lying down or seated. So no downward dogs, no planks, no pressure on your wrists, and also no standing up poses. So this might be a nice practice for those days when you're also low on energy. Let's get started. A couple of optional props for this practice are a belt or some kind of a towel that you can use around your foot when we're lying down on the back. And then I have a couple of blocks that you can optionally use under your feet when we do our final bridge pose. You could also use a bolster instead. You might also go through the practice without any props. So if you don't have anything now nearby, don't worry, you can do the practice without the props as well. And then we're going to start from lying down on the back. And we'll just take a moment here, arriving on the mat. So if you want, you can keep your knees bent. You might extend your legs for a moment. And just bring hands onto your belly, or one hand on the belly, the other hand somewhere on your ribs. And take a few slightly slower breaths here, in and out. A few times you could inhale through the nose and exhale through pursed lips, allowing yourself to slow down your breaths, maybe lengthen the exhalation slightly. And if you are feeling tired today, if you are low on energy, just practice in your own pace. If you need to skip a pose, if you need to skip a movement, or maybe go at a lower pace, just do that. Follow your body and how you're feeling today. And let's take another breath here, in and out. And just follow your natural, easy breath as we go through the practice. With your next couple of breaths, you could bring your hands and arms down next to your sides and bend your knees, preparing for some bridge poses. So bring your feet to a place where you feel you can press down through the feet, maybe feet roughly hip width apart. And then, as you inhale, press down through the feet, lift your pelvis, your back, and your arms off the mat. Bring arms overhead, just hover them off the mat slightly. As you exhale, slowly bring your arms, your back, your pelvis all back down where we started from. Same again. Inhaling, press down through the feet, lift the pelvis, the back, the arms up, the arms. Make a rainbow movement overhead. And then as you exhale, slowly bring everything back down. And when we bring the arms overhead, we try to hover them slightly off the mat. 3 more rounds with your own breath. Inhaling up into that bridge, press down through the heels. And exhaling down. You might find a gentle ujjayi breath if that's part of your practice. Another 2 rounds with the in-breath, lifting up, creating that rainbow shape with the arms. And exhaling down. Controlling your breath so we can keep the movement, the breath rather slow. We'll do 1 more round with your own in-breath, lifting up, pressing down through the feet, feel inner thighs engaged. You decide how high up you want to go. And then exhaling slowly down. And then once you've come back on the mat, bring knees towards the belly. You can bring hands behind the legs and then extend your legs up towards the ceiling, just opening the backs of the legs after those bridges. You can gently kick your heels up. Take another breath here, in and out. And exhale. Bend the knees. And you can now bring just maybe your big toes on the mat. We're going to slowly exhale, roll the back off the mat. You might reach your feet a bit further forward. And then inhale, lengthen your arms, extend your legs in front of you. You take a couple of steps back with your sit bones, just slowly walking your sit bones onto the mat. Lengthening up through the back. Inhale another time, lengthening up through the spine. As you exhale now, round your back forward. Hands could land on the legs or next to your legs. Allow your head to gently go down, rounding the neck. As you inhale, extend your back up again. Reach your arms overhead, like somebody's pulling the crown of the head up towards the ceiling. And then exhale again, round your back forward. You might go a tiny bit further forward this time. Again, hands landing on the legs or next to the legs. Head can drop down. Again, as you inhale, lift up through the spine. So it's like a wave going through the back, through the arms, reaching up. Same again, exhaling, rounding the back down and forward, rounding through the neck. Inhaling up, reaching up through the back, through the arms. 2 more waves forward, exhaling down. Just let the gravity, the breath help you. Inhaling up, arms reaching up as well. 1 more forward bend, exhaling down. And let the neck soften. And then 1 more time, inhale, lift your back, reach your arms up. And now bend your left knee, reach your right hand to the outside of your left foot, reach left arm behind you. And then as you inhale, twist to the left. So you're gently kicking the left foot forward. And at the same time, reaching the left hand, the left arm in the opposite direction behind you. And just keeping that gentle length through the spine. You might look towards the left hand. But if that's tensing your neck, just keep your neck in a more neutral place. Soften the tops of the shoulders away from the ears. The left leg doesn't need to be straight. You're just kind of having that idea, that intention of reaching the left foot and the left hand away from each other. Take 1 more breath here. And then exhale slowly. Bend the left leg, come back to center. And we'll do the same to the other side. So now bend your right leg, extend the left leg, left hand reaching to the outside of the right foot. And then as you inhale, exhale, twist to the right. Reaching now, right hand behind you. Gently kicking the right foot away from the right hand. And turning chest out to the right. Again, maybe looking towards the right hand. Or maybe keeping the neck more neutral. Just breathe in and out. Breathing maybe towards the ribs, towards the chest. Take 1 more breath here. Again, shoulders stay soft. And then exhale slowly. Come back to center. And then bend both knees. Gently hug the knees, round your spine forward. Maybe head comes down towards the knees. And just gently breathe towards the back side of the body. Breathing towards the back ribs, maybe down to the lower back. And then as you inhale, lift your back up. We'll try the balancing butterfly or happy baby, you choose. Now shift the weight to the back of the pelvis and then reach right hand to the outside of your right foot or maybe inside, you decide. You're holding the inside or outside of the foot. Left hand to the left foot. And then you can stay here, balancing butterfly. You can even press the soles of the feet together. Or if you want, you can slowly open the legs a bit wider, finding a happy baby shape. Maybe lifting the chest a bit higher up. So we're balancing on the pelvis. If you feel that you're going to rock back, that's very fine. You can always then rock yourself back up to this balancing pose. We can release the tops of the shoulders away from the ears. It's a bit of a wake up for the core. Let's take one more breath here, in and out. You can have that gentle lifting up, lengthening through the spine. And then exhale, slowly release the legs. Bring your feet back onto the mat. And now if you have blocks or a bolster there, bring them under your feet so that your feet are elevated off the mat. And then slowly roll back down onto your back. And we're going to go into our second bridge. But this time, if you have something under your feet, you might find a different kind of bridge. So either feet on the mat or feet on your props. Press down through the feet. Inhale on the mat. And then as you exhale, press down through the feet to lift your pelvis, to lift your back off the mat. And you can keep arms where they are. You can walk shoulder blades a bit closer together. You might even bring hands together under the pelvis. Just gently press down through the backs of the shoulders, through the arms. So with a prop under the feet, we can lift a bit higher up. There's a bit more space to lift the pelvis up when the feet are elevated. So it's a slightly different kind of a bridge. If it feels too intense in any way, you can always move the props aside and keep feet on the mat. Keep inner thighs engaged. Take another breath here, in and out. And then slowly, slowly release your arms, release your back, your pelvis down. You can move the blocks aside. And if you want, you could do a few windshield wipers with your legs, so swinging the knees, the legs from side to side. And then if you have a belt or some kind of a strap, this would be a good time to take that strap, take the belt, or maybe you're using a towel. If you don't have anything, don't worry. We're going to lift the right leg up into the air. And this is, if you have a prop, you can now bring that strap, a towel around that right foot so you can connect your hands to that foot. If you don't have any prop there, you could hold the back of your knee, back of your thigh. We're going to support the leg with the left hand. So if you have a strap, bring your left hand to that strap. And then slowly, slowly start to twist, bringing your right leg to the left side of the mat. The left knee can stay bent. And just slowly, slowly guide that right leg down. Then you can open your right arm out to the side. If having the right leg extended feels too intense in the back or in the leg, you can always bend the right knee. So find your twist so that you feel it's a safe twist for your spine, for the hips, for the shoulders. You can also turn head to one side or the other. And send a couple of breaths down and up along the spine. Softening the shoulders, softening the neck. And then with your next exhalation, just gently draw in through the core and slowly with the left hand, the belt, help your right leg back up. And then we're going to take hold of both legs, either with a belt or without the belt, and lift the left leg up. So now both legs up in the air. And we're going to do same to the other side. So leave your left leg up. If you have the belt, just hold the belt, the strap with your right hand, or you might support the left leg with your right hand without the belt. As you exhale, start to slowly guide your left leg out to the right side of the mat. We try not to collapse down, but control the way down. And then open the left arm out to the left side. And breathing in and out here. Again, you have an option to bend the left leg if needed. And just breathing down and up along the spine. Inhaling down towards the hips. Exhaling up towards the shoulders. Releasing the whole spine. Take one more breath in and out in your twist. And then slowly, slowly, again, exhale, draw in through the core, lift up through the left leg and guide with your right hand. And then once more, lift your both legs up. Either bring feet into the belt or just reach hands behind the legs so you're supporting your both legs up in the air. And take a few breaths here. We don't need to pull the legs closer to the belly or chest, but just letting the legs, the feet, kind of relax up in the air. You might gently rock from side to side. And then, with your next couple of breaths, if you have a belt, you can leave the belt around your feet. We're going to bring legs into a butterfly shape and then lower the feet onto the mat in that butterfly shape. So now if you have a belt, you can still support your feet holding the belt, but you can also just let go. Even if you have a belt, you don't need to hold the belt. You can also just let go, release the hands, release the arms. Sometimes the belt is a nice support for the hips, for the knees, for the feet in this pose, in the reclining butterfly. Take a couple more breaths here, in and out, just allowing inner thighs to release after those bridges. And then with your next few breaths, if you have a belt there, just release the belt. We're going to slide legs onto the mat into our Shavasana pose, into our resting pose. You can bring arms overhead if you like. Still resting them on the mat, on the floor. And just find your neutral spine. What feels like a restful, neutral spine. And if having your legs extended doesn't feel good, you're more than welcome to bend the knees. Maybe lean your knees inwards, lean the thighs against each other. And just give yourself 5 to 10 breaths here. Slowly scanning through the spine, see how you feel along your back, in the neck right now. Exhale any tension there's left, tension that you don't need right now. And just also check with your energy levels, how tired, how energetic you feel now. If you feel that you need a longer rest, you'd be very welcome to extend this Shavasana pose. You can stay here as long as you want. Or maybe you feel that you'd like to end your practice with a shorter Shavasana pose. Maybe it's been long enough. Maybe you don't want to relax too much right now. And if that's the case, if you feel that you're ready to slowly look for an ending for your practice, just roll down onto one side and bring yourself up into a seat, into your own final seat. Allow yourself to keep your hips soft, your back soft, your shoulders soft. Give yourself a few breaths to close your practice here. And if it's a part of your practice, you can bring palms together in front of the chest. And as always, at the end of the practice, most importantly, thank yourself for taking some time to move, to breathe, to check in with yourself today. And I thank you very much for joining in, for sharing the practice. Namaste. Thank you.